Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach with you how you can make an editable table using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. Here is a project. In the top, have a header section. In the header section, have a left side have content. In the right side, also have a content which are represent number of employees, total amount, and average amount. And there have two buttons. The first one is help us to add that new row inside my table. Let's click on it. As you can see, the next button is used to undo the action that you have entered on earlier. In the right side have two options. The first one is to search the details from the table. Like I want to search Sarah, right? I'm getting the particular result inside my table. The right side have a department. Also I can search the table details by clicking any department like product, and I'm getting the product details on there, right? So these are top section details. In the table, when I hover the mouse on the particular cell like this one, I just click on it, I'm able to edit that. Let's change it and press check sign, and there we go. This is the feature of this one editable table, guys. Okay, and give me a second. I can cancel it to display the default things. And right side have a button. When you will click on it to remove the row from the table. So I'm going to click on it, as you can see. Right. Very cool project, and have many other things which are used to build this one complete application from scratch. So guys, I will teach you how you can use simple React and also Tailwind CSS to build it from scratch. So let's get started to work on that. Guys, I successfully installed Tailwind CSS, React.js, and also a side icon. So first of all, I will design all of the components or complete application. Once I will design it, then I will teach you the logic that will help us to understand how you can use the React to manage the table data. So without further ado, let's get started to design the component. Okay guys, so we have successfully designed the components like editable table and editable cell. So we're gonna work on the logic to add all of the functionalities like search bar, search feature, search by department, and display the dynamic content, add imply, and so on and so forth. So I need to move on our code editor, and we're gonna remove the app.jsx file. Just open the editable table component and move on the top. So the step number 1, you need to use this one objects. This is my department object, and the department object have engineer, design, product, and analytics, and many other things. And the initial data have ID, name, email, role, department, and salary. So we're gonna use this one data to display it inside our table, and we're gonna use the departments to display the data inside our this one box. Right. The next thing, I'm gonna create a state data set data and assign the user state. The starting time, I'm going to assign the initial data on there. When I will load this one page and call the data, then I will get this one data inside my console. Let me share with you guys. Use console.log data. Okay, and I'm going to open the console. Look at that, guys. Right? So I'm going to leave that. The next state, I need to use const search term set search term state, and by default I will assign nothing. Then department filter set department filter. By default I will assign the user state, the value is nothing. Right. So I will use search term and department filter inside the input fields. So I need to copy that, and we need to find out our search filter, and we're gonna find this is controls. Right here is the search. So I need to send the value should be this, and I need to add the on change event passing the element, and I target set search term e.target.value. Right, and I'm going to use same thing, just copy it, and we're going to paste on there. Inside there I need to use some filter, search filter. What is the state name that I have used on the top? Give me a second. Department filter. This is a value, this value are assigned on there, and set department filter is function when you will change the data to display the data inside our department filter. Right, so let's work on this one options to display the dynamic data. But before using it, one more thing I need to do, I need to create a function that will help us to handle the filter data. Right, so I need to create a function. Give me a second. Filter data. I will call use memo, and like that. I'll create a variable filtered and assign the data. Like this one is the data, right? And I use if search term is exist, means inside the search input field have a something, then move on the if statement and use filter, assign the filter dot filter function, and I'm going to use row. Whatever the value you will pass on there, I'm going to use row object that values row dot sum value, and give me a second, row value dot toString to lowercase okay, give me a second, this is a function, guys, so I'm facing problem. Okay, so the lowercase, and this is also function, includes which search term dot to lowercase, right? What this means when a user will enter something inside the search input field like there, so I need to execute the function that will help us to find out the value from the filtered object, right? Let's move on, and give me a second. After the if statement, I also target if the department filter is exist, means this drop down menu is exist, then come into the if body, and also I will target the same thing, filter dot filter row dot department. I'm going to target my value which is coming from this one object, right? And I target the department filter. If both values are matched, which value? The value is coming from my object, and the department filter value which is coming from my this one box. I will add the dynamic data on there in a minute. I will show you how you can use that, right? The last thing I need to use, I need to get the return filter variable like this one. In the dependency array, when the data will be changed or search term will be changed or department filter will be changed, then this use memo function will be executed. Great. Let's move on, and we're gonna create more than two functions, like get the total salary and get the average salary. So I'm going to use const get total salary. I need to use return filter data, right? That reduce sum row sum plus row dot salary and accumulator 0. And also we need to create another function, const get average salary. I will show you how you can use them, guys. Give me a second. I just create the function, and I need to use filter data dot length greater than 0. Then I need to use math dot round get total salary, this function, divide by filter data dot length. Okay, so the first function is help us. Okay, and also I need to use the else system. Okay, the first function is help us to display the total salary. The next function is display to average salary. So I also use average like this. Okay, so I'm going to copy the function, and we need to find out the, okay, I think employees. Okay, I also change the values from there. So inside there I need to target my filter data function and target the length. You should be able to see how many employees, 6. And the next thing, this is a total, so I need to just use curly brackets and use dollar sign before the curly bracket. Get total salary. This is a function, and I need to change it to local string. You will get the total salary, right? And same thing I'm gonna do on there. Get average salary. This is the function, and I need to convert it into local string. So I'm gonna save the file, and there we go, guys. How many implies 6 total salary, average salary. And same thing I'm gonna do on the footer, right? So I need to move on the bottom and the footer. So give me a second. Filter like this one showing. So I need to curly bracket, filter data dot length, and also I need to make a space by using curly bracket on there. Okay, this is going to showing 6 and user length. So I'm going to target that as data dot length. Okay, I'm going to set the file, and as you can see, showing off. And yeah, we're gonna make a space. We need to add the space, guys, and I think it should be display the space. Okay, I don't know, I'll leave that. Okay, the space is added automatically. Okay, so let's move on, and we're gonna display the total budget. So you're gonna use same logic and get total salary dot to local string, and we're gonna use same logic on there. Get average salary to local string. Right, so we're gonna save the file, and there we go, guys. So let's move on the top, and this is a conditional rendering, so I need to also cut out and just cut it, and I'm gonna use simple statement on there, curly bracket, filter data dot length is equal to 0, and display that. Okay, if user will search something inside the search bar, then the data will not match with our table, then this code will be executed, guys, right? So I need to move on the top, and we can display the dynamic content on there. So the data is coming from my top, like this one, department. So I need to find out that values. Okay, so I'm going to cut that, also cut it, and use the curly brackets. No, I use this one as default, then I use curly bracket, target the department object. Inside there I need to use map method, dpt, and we're gonna use options like this, and between that I need to use dpt, right? And also we need to use keys dpt, value also dpt. Okay, you should be able to see the details on there, as you can see, guys. Okay, and yeah, so we can check padding right side right. Also I need to decrease that. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. Okay, yeah, so let's move on, and we're gonna display the dynamic data. Give me a second, I just find out on there, right? So this is the editable cell. In the editable cell I need to execute my filter data function, right? So okay, give me a second, I cut that. I use curly brackets. So I have a filter data function and I'm going to use map method. I need to get the row and index number, and we just use return and paste the same code on there, right? Also I need to use conditional rendering on there to display the different type of color combination on each row. So if index modules 2 equal to 0, then display bg white, otherwise display bg gray, 50 to 100. Okay, and inside the editable cell we need to pass the values. The first one is value. The value is coming from row.name, and also I need to pass another values, row id, which is coming from row id, and also I need to use the field should be default as name, right? I just pass only on the 3 props on there. First I'm going to save the file. You can't see any changes inside there, just more than 6 values, which is coming from this one. But in order to display the dynamic data, I need to pass these values inside my editable cell. So just move on there, use curly brackets, and I'm going to pass the value, copy the value, the next row id and field, and the field, yeah. So we just pass one thing, where it is here. In the value I need to use parenthesis value. So I think the data is up here. As you can see, the names are up here. The names is coming from my this one object. Okay, this one object. The next thing, I need to display the conditional rendering on there. When I hover the mouse on the cell, then I display the edit sign, otherwise I need to hide it. So where it is here. Okay, so I just create a state. First one, yeah, const show edit icon, set show edit icon, and use state false, and I'm going to target that and use show edit icon is exist to display that, otherwise nothing, right? As you can see, right? Let's add the event when I hover the mouse. Okay, this is a hover, so I use on mouse down, and I'm gonna target the function is set show edit icon should be true. So give me a second. So let's try to execute it. As you can see, and when I move the mouse from this cell, I need to hide it. So I need to use on mouse leave event, and I'm going to target show edit icon should be false. Very basic things. Let me refresh the page. As you can see, when right, cool, I'm getting only on one cell details, but also we need to display many other things. But before displaying many other things, I need to create a many functions that help us to manage our content, right? So let's move on our editable table.jsx file, and we're gonna create another stage. Like first one, I'm gonna create editing cell, set editing cell, use state and by default I will assign the values null. So I need to create the function which are handle the edit. So I'm going to use const handle edit, and I'm going to passing the values row ID. The next one is field. I just said editing cell as object based. I use the parameters coming from my function is row ID and the field. Also I need to create a function that will handle the type. So I need to create a get field type. I need to use field. Okay, if the field type is email, we need to just return the email. If the type is salary, I just get the salary. Otherwise I need to use text, right? I have two functions, and yeah, we're gonna work on it. So I just copy this one function, give me a second, and we're gonna pass this one as a prop on editable cell, right? Okay, but before using the function I also passing the parameter as a prop is editing. So inside there I'm going to use editing cell tiny operator dot row ID is match over this one filter data row ID, and editing cell dot field match the type will be name. Yeah, it's perfect. Then I need to target my on edit event and passing the handle event, right? So also I need to pass the prop on there. I will work on this one component on later. This time it's just passing the values, right? And field then is editing, and also I need to pass the on edit event. Great. So let's work on the also I need to use the type should be get field. This is a function that I made, and I'm going to passing that as a name, right? And also I need to use the type should be by default is text, right? And give me a second. Okay, also I need to create another function that will help us to handle the cancel event. Means when user click on the cell, then display the content. When user will click on the close icon, then I need to remove the cell editable, right? So let me create the function const handle cancel. Okay, and in there I just use editing cell is null. Okay, very simple function, just edit cancel, copy it, and we're gonna move on there, and I need to use on cancel. Okay, just paste it, copy, and we're gonna paste it. Okay, so I need to move on this one page, and we're gonna copy. Just a minute, I need to remove it, and we're gonna paste this one component on second time, and just check that. Okay, and I'm gonna undo it, and I just copy the TD, paste on the second time. I'm getting the second details, but the thing is we just change the values, like this will be contact. Okay, and you can use the similar ID on there, but the field is email, and also I need to change that email because this is very important to edit the cell. So I'm going to save the file, and I can't get the details. Why I'm going to get that details? Okay. This is the email, guys. I'm getting the emails. So similarly, you can use the same logic, and we just change the row to role. Field is role. Just paste and paste it. Save it, and I'm getting that. Okay, let me copy that, and I'm gonna paste it. Right, so yeah, we're gonna display the departments, and in order to display the departments, we just use simple things on there. Class flex item should be center, and I'm gonna use span tag, and there I use class little template px3 py1 rounded full. Text should be x as font semi-pole, and inside there I need to give me a second. I just get the function, and the function which have a different type of color combination. I'll just get that, and I'm gonna paste in the top on there. Okay, I just copy that. On each value have a different type of color, like PG blue, one text value design has so on so forth. Just copy that function, and we're gonna paste where is here. Okay, and inside there, give me a second, I'll just find out. Okay, inside there I just use row that department. Okay, and inside there I need to use row that department. I'm gonna save the file, and there we go. The last and final thing is salary, so I just copy it. I just copy the TD. Okay, and we need to paste on there, and this will be salary, so just use the salary type salary role salary. Okay, I'm getting the salary bar. Okay, so let's move on there, and we're gonna work on this one page, guys, editable cell. So yeah, we have this one instead, but we're gonna create a more than. First of all, I'm gonna use input ref, use ref, and by default value is nothing. Const added value, set added value, and assign the user state. The value is coming from my this one value. Okay, is valid, set is valid or valid, and I'm gonna assign the value set state should be true. Okay, let me create a function that will help us to format the value, right? Const format value if the type should be number and type of well, I will change the parameters well. Right, I have a number, then convert to the if body and there I need to use return field which is coming from my is a prop, right? Assign the values of salary, and on there I just use little template salary val.to local string. Okay, otherwise val.to string. Okay, format value, this is a function. Okay, after the if statement I need to use return val.to string. Okay, and also we can create a function that will handle the input value. So I have a function to save the time, so just get that. And yeah, I have many other functions, but we work on that. Then I need to work on another function on later. Okay, so the step 1, give me a second. Step 1, I need to just remove it and use format value as function and passing the value. Step 1 has been completed. The next step, so this is a spin tag. Inside there have an editable cell, right? So inside there I need to add the event on click, and in there I just pass on edit function, which is coming from my previous file. From there is a prop like this one, and in there I need to use row ID comma field, which is coming from the props, row ID and field. Create, and yeah, it's perfect. So let me click on it. I can't see the input field. Reason for displaying the input field, we need to display that data because I have a conditional rendering. So I need to comment out, cut that, cut this one code, and we're gonna save the file and move on the top. And there I need to use if statement. If is editing is true, then comment the if body, just return that value, just return it. Okay, why I'm getting that? Give me a second, let me click on it. No, it doesn't work. So let me open the console, refresh the page. Give me a second. I need to use a return, and yeah, it's working, guys. So I need to fix few things inside this one section. The type is, I need to add the dynamic type, which is coming from prop. The next one is I need to use ref and input ref, which is coming from my top states. Okay, give me this one variable, right? And also I need to add the event, which is, first one is I need to use value, edit value, and also I need to use on change event, set as editing value e.target.value, and also I need to use, give me a second, I need to use curly bracket on there. Also I need to use set as valid should be true. Let me save the file and let's try to, yeah, it's working. As you can see, I'm going to refresh my page. When I click on it, I'm getting that, right? But two features, it doesn't work. Means I click on it to hide it, and I click on it to remove this one input value. So I need to work on that, but before working on it I need to fix the values on them, right? Okay, so let's move on. In the placeholder I need to use dynamic detail, which is field, and yeah, so this is a check, so button, so in there I need to call on click. So give me a second, I need to, there are no save function. Yeah, I need to work on it, but I have a cancel, so let me try to on click, what the function name, on cancel. Just copy it and paste on there. Let me save the file and let's try to click on it. Yeah, it's cancel is working, guys. Click on it, great. So the last and final thing is, but before working on the final thing, let me share with you important thing. When I select engineer, I'm getting the engineer, product, marketing, and also I can search the details, search the data from the table by filter the name, like so. Okay, I have a mistake inside there, so editable table C value.toString 103. So let me fix the first one, issue 103, and we're gonna work on the next. Where is 103? Okay, search term to lowercase. This is a function, guys. Okay, and yeah, I think it should be solve the problem. Refresh the page. I'm gonna use Sarah. I'm getting that. When I use something invalid, I'm getting no found details, right? Why this function, these features are working perfectly? Because I made the function like this one. Inside there I have all of the functionalities that are handle the event when you will click on the, click on the select box to get the data. So I just target my filter data function that will help us to display the data. So you can use these features to getting the details, right? Cool. So last and final thing is, when I click on it to change few things and click on the checkbox, then the value will be changed, right? So let's work on that. So I need to create a one function, only on the one function. Yeah, but before working on it, I also, give me a second, I also use this one, on click, handle delete. I will work this one as well, guys. Give me, okay, I will work on it. This is a very simple function. Okay, so we're gonna create a function which is save the data, right? And const handle cell. I need to pass row ID, field, and value, right? Const new data, data.map row. I'm gonna use row.id is matched with our row.id, which is coming from a prop, is a parameter. Just to use this one name, right? Then I need to make a copy of the row. The field as a values value, otherwise I need to display the row, right? And also I need to use save data and new data. Also I need to create a function save to history, and also I need to pass this one. Last thing, set is editing is null. So let's create this one function, save to history, and I'm going to create it passing the values new data, const new history, history.slice, let me check this one state is no, I need to create this one state, guys, that is my mistake. Okay, const history set history and use state initial data, and also I need to create another state, history index, set history index. By default value is null, so I just target the history, that slice, and what, okay, from 0, and history index increment 1 value. Then I need to use new history dot push new data, right? And set history is new history, set history index has new history dot length -1. So this is our function, guys. We just copy it and we're gonna pass it in our editable cell. So let me move one down, and okay, and there I just use handle save, I just use on save, handle save, copy, and we're gonna move on there. After the edit, I just pause it, and we're gonna create a function on it, right? So where it is, okay, here, const handle save, and we're gonna use if valid input field is edit value is true, then come into the if body, const final value type is equal to number, so we need to convert it to number, which value is edit value, otherwise I need to get edit value, right? And we're gonna target my onSave function, which is coming from props and passing the values row ID, field, and what the next final value, right? And yeah, the last and final thing, set is valid, I need to use true, otherwise I need to use set is valid should be false. So let me copy the function, and we're gonna call it on the click event. So where I use this, okay, on checkbox, guys. So just copy it, and where's checkbox here? So just use on click, and let me save it, and let's try to execute it. It doesn't work. Let me open the console, editable table, on save is not a function, okay. Editable cell, give me a second, 40. On save, Give me a second. Set it as save history, select editing. Field video, oh yeah, it's perfect. Okay, on save. Okay guys, the problem is I just use it only on the one cell. I just copy it and we're gonna paste it on other ones, so it should be work. On save. Yeah, so let me save it and let's try to execute it. As you can see guys, yeah, let me invite it, click on it. As you can see, I'm gonna refresh the page, everything is great on there. So let me click on it, write something, change it. I'm gonna click on it, I'm gonna use like this, as you can see, right? So let's work on this one event when I click on it to remove the details from them, right? And okay, and also I need to fix few things inside there. Is when the page will be yours, I'm going to use effect hook, and this page will be load, and the value will be changed. This effect hook set is editing should be value, and also I need to use effect hook, and I'm going to use if is editing is true and input ref dot current is true, then come into the body, and I'm going to use input ref dot current dot focus, input ref dot current dot select. These are built-in functions guys. Is editing, right? Okay, and let me, okay, and yeah, we're gonna work on the last function, which is handle cancel, and then I'm gonna set edit value should be value, set is valid should be true. I need to target my built-in function, which is on cancel. Copy it, and we need to use it in the cross icon on there. Okay, so yeah, it is appear on there. I just use this one, dynamic. Yeah, somewhere. Okay, and click on it, close the particular value, right? So the last and final thing is I need to click on it to display the row. I click on it to undo the details, and also we're gonna remove the rows. So we're gonna work on it. So let's move on editable table, and we need to move on the top, and we need to work on the first function, handle add row. Okay, and I'm going to use const new id met.max data.mat row %. I need to convert the value into integer row.id and increment 1 dot 2 dot 2 string. Okay. Give me a second, I need to yeah, it's perfect. And yeah, let me const new row and assign the values. ID is a new ID which is coming from the variable. Use comma, name is, you need to enter dummy detail, new employee, comma, ML should be employee @company.com, and role should be employee, and department should be engineering, and the default salary should be 600. Okay. Const new data variable, create it and make a copy of the data and assign the new row. Set data, passing the new data on there, and save to history new data. So let me copy the function and let's try to execute it. When I click on the button, add employee, like this one. So I'm going to use on click and place the function. Let me click on it. Okay, something is wrong. To string format value editable cell. Where is problem? To string line number 34. Guys, I think something is wrong on my this one function. So let me check it. Percent row.id and give me a second. I think something is wrong. Okay, I think it should be solved the problem. Click on it. Not. Yeah. So let me check it. New data, new row. Set data, new data. Save to history. Yeah. Math.max. Guys, all of the problem is coming from there. So I need to generate the random ID. First of all, I need to use parentheses math.max. Make a copy of the data.map row %, right, row.id, and this is second, this is a third, increment 1 value. Okay, after that I need to use .toString. Okay, and Yeah, it should be displayed the perfect thing. Not now, guys. To string. Guys, the problem is salary, so I think this is my mistake. So let me okay, I tried it, so let me click on it. As you can see, guys, click on it, click on it, click on it. So yeah, so it is perfect. The last and final thing is when I click on it to remove the details, and also we need to work on the undo as well. So I'm going to create a function handle undo, and there I need to use if history index greater than 0, and I'm going to use const previous data history. In the array I need to use history index -1 set data previous data, and also set history index history index -1 set editing cell should be null. Okay, and I'm gonna copy it, and we're gonna move on the percentage add employee, and here's undo. So I just call the function on click like this. Now let me click on it 10, click on it. Okay, it doesn't work. Let me check it. I'll refresh the page, click on it to add the row, click on it. It doesn't work, guys. So I don't know why it doesn't work. Let me check it, this function as well. Okay, I need to decrement the value from there. Okay, 7, click on it. First of all, I click on it, total count is 7, click on it, not now. History index, let me check this one state. Is history or okay, history, yeah. Give me a second. Set data previous data, set history -1. Yeah, it's perfect. Guys, the problem is very simple. I add the event on the icon, I just copy it and we need to paste on there, so it should be solve the problem. Let me add the row. How many rows? 7. Click on it. Filter data dot reduce. This is not a function. Editable table 117. So let me find out this one problem. Like there. $117. Why this problem is? Let me check it one more time. Filter data dot reduce is not a function. Get salary, and so yeah, we're gonna check it. What happened on there? Some row, some plus row. It's perfect. Filter data dot length. Filter data. And greater than round total salary. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. So I don't know, I'm getting this problem when I click on the undo button. So let me refreshed it, and let me edit. Give me a second, I will try another one. Okay, and click on undo. No, something is wrong, guys, so we're gonna fix it. Guys, after many times I spent many times to finding the problem. So the problem is this is a history set history. I need to assign into an array best. So I think the problem should be solved. So I'm going to refresh my page. Everything is default, but I just change to an array. Click to add, and let me click to undo. As you can see, it's working. Once you hit your current position, you can't undo the details. Right, so let's try to execute this one. Right, but when I click on it, as you can see, the last and final thing is delete. Right, so we can click on to row to delete the icon. I mean row, complete row to delete that. So in order to complete that, I'm going to use const and delete row, and passing the ID, new data filter row, and I'm gonna use row.id not equal to our ID set data, and I'm gonna passing into new data, save to history, and I'm gonna use new data. Okay, also I use if editing cell that row ID is matched with ID, then I need to use set editing cell is null. So just copy that and find out the last event like this. Just click on it, unclick, calling the function, and I'm going to use row.id on there. So let me click on it. As you can see, guys, there we go, guys. So this video is all about how to make editable table using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. I'm going to refresh my page. Everything is a default, but you can use many things by performing these operations. These are very important operations for any application. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.